Today's video is going to have two main talking points. The first being the pressure that women feel to conform to beauty standards that are often unrealistic. The second point, ladies, I don't know how you'll feel about this one, but I do want to touch on the glorification of sedentary or unhealthy lifestyles, which I believe is enforcing a norm in a lot of women that we don't have to take care of ourselves physically, that going to the gym doesn't really matter because we can do plastic surgery or people should just take us the way that we are. You may have seen this clip of Janelle Monáe where she's talking to Angie Martinez on her podcast in real life.
My thick season right now. Like, for me.
For you.
For me. I mean, I'm petite, but it can get thick.
Yeah.
And I've learned, I'm like,
ride that wave? Do you ride the wave?
When I couldn't fit them suits anymore. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And I would be dieting or running or exercising, trying to fit into, and I'm just like, no, we here. This is where we are. Like, we not about to be utilizing life to try to be an old version of ourselves, no matter how celebrated that version of me was.
First and foremost, Janelle Monáe has a crazy body, so let's just acknowledge that first. But I do agree with the message. She still might be petite, but she's a little bit thicker, right? She's not chasing an old version of herself. Literally and metaphorically, that is a beautiful message, and I can relate to this sentiment. My body has seen a lot of changes over the past few years. For a long time, I was really hard on myself because I was chasing an older version of myself. Very slim, very toned, high metabolism, Tynesha. I have boobs now, I have hips, I have more of a mature physique, and I've learned to embrace that. But one of the issues with the normalization of plastic surgery is that we're not embracing bodily changes, or we're not even giving a chance for those bodily changes to happen. There are a lot of women who are 22, 23 years old getting plastic surgery before their bodies have even fully developed. Before the women whose bodies are changing because they are fully developing, they are getting older, these are the women who are often chasing an older version of themselves, and as a result are going to extreme lengths like plastic surgery. This is a very dangerous pathway to go down emotionally, mentally, but also we know that there are risks to getting plastic surgery. You may have heard that Jackie O, who was the longtime girlfriend of comedian DC Young Fly, died at age 32 due to heart complications during cosmetic surgery. She's also leaving 3 beautiful children behind. Only 32, and she was already gorgeous. I understand that before plastic surgery became a thing, there have always been body types that have been more favored than others. But hear me out. Let's pretend we lived in a world where having a Coke bottle shape was highly desired, but plastic surgery to get to that point wasn't a thing. There would be a lot of women who would take other pathways to try to get to the point of being curvaceous. They might change their diet. They would probably go to the gym, do more squats. Now, obviously, genetics and our natural body structure plays a big role in this, so there would still be some variation amongst those women. I can definitely put on some curves from the gym, but I know that I'm never gonna get to the point of having hips and butt like SZA does now, for example. But I would have a variation of that. In a perfect world, everybody would just embrace the way their bodies are naturally and not feel like they need to fit any sort of societal norms, but that's very unrealistic. Women would be working with their natural physiques, so there would be variety. Often when people are going to plastic surgeons, they're using the same prototype. They're asking for their bodies to be morphed into this physique that everybody has, and therefore we have no variety. In the clip that I posted of Janelle Monáe, people were using that as justification for not making an effort to actually take care of themselves. AKA, I don't have to work out and eat healthy because this is my thick season and I'm embracing this and letting go of who I was in the past. I left a comment that said, still exercise though, ladies. And believe it or not, I got a lot of pushback on this comment.
Mind your own business. Why are you worried about other people's bodies? People who work out can still be thick.
Just a lot of resistance. As someone who cares about women and the health of women, health being mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, financial, all of those elements of health, Naturally, I'm gonna tell women, hey, take care of yourself, eat healthy. You want to avoid all of the health issues that we have, especially in the Black and Latin community. You feel more confident about yourself. It teaches you a lot of discipline. The discipline of working out goes into so many different areas of your life. There's just so many more pros than cons of getting your butt up and going to the gym. If you tell someone to go get plastic surgery, you're wrong, because then you're putting pressure on women to conform to unrealistic standards. You tell women you're beautiful the way that you are. If you're not confident and you feel like you want to adjust some things, just go to the gym, eat healthier, work with what you've already got. That's wrong too. So it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. I just hate the feeling of watching people self-sabotage. I'm very much a person where if you are presenting a problem and it's something that you are repeatedly complaining about, I'm gonna give you solutions. Of course, my solution if you have body insecurities is eat better. Go to the gym, trust the process. It might take a little time to get there, but you will get there and you will feel better about yourself. I know that this may be a controversial statement, but I believe that we slap the label body positivity on a lot of our messaging, when in actuality, we are encouraging people being lazy, having sedentary lifestyles, not putting in the work to want to improve themselves. The normalization of cosmetic surgery has become a subset of that because it's all about instant gratification. No one wants to do the tough work anymore. Everyone has a mold that they're trying to fit that they assume that they can achieve naturally, even though they haven't really tried. When you speak out about these things, because you're like, wait a second, it's not normal for everybody to look like they just came out of the plastic, to look like a Barbie doll, to have the same prototype as a body, you're labeled as the bad guy. There has to be some sort of middle ground between these two extremes. On one end, we have don't do any work, accept yourself the way that you are. Everyone just needs to get in line. On the other end, we have go ahead and go to a surgeon, go to Dr. Miami, nip and tuck, whatever you don't like, just fix it. Reality needs to be somewhere in the middle, because right now our brains are absolutely warped. It's 2023. Stop championing mediocrity.